I just got a new set of Thule Art acrylic paint pens in earth and skin colors, and that's what we're going to use this week. I want to try and use as many of these pens as possible in one design, so I'm going to take a ruler and a chalk pencil and try and make kind of a starburst design, and this ended up being way more difficult than I thought, so I'm just kind of making the starburst initially. There are 36 pens in this pack, but I'm aiming to get 30 spots for color on here. I'm going to be breaking up this starburst pattern into a couple of levels so that I can make sure that I get 30 spots for the color, and then I've got kind of a semicircle at the bottom for what everything is going to be bursting from. As you just saw, and as you're going to continue to see throughout the video, this took some erasing and starting over to get this just right, to get enough spots and kind of a cool creative starburst design. I'm going to fill in that bottom semicircle with black paint because that is going to be kind of the crux of what this rock is all about. We're going to talk about that in a minute, but then I'm going to come back to that box of Thule Art pens, and just so you remember the best way to use them, you need to shake them, you need to burp them, prime them by pressing the tip down, use them, and then rinse them off and cap them and store horizontally. I did have to eliminate 6 colors since I only have 30 spots, and then I'm going to go ahead and pull out that number 1 color, and you can see it's a nice broad tipped pen. It has that window to show you how much ink is left in the pen, which I love. The caps on these pens are numbered, which makes it fun if you want to make a design with multiple pens. So I'm just going to start at number 1 and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and skipping the numbers that I eliminated. Now to answer the burning question, why did I pick 30 spots to fill in with these colors? Well, let me tell you. So November is a month that's often a big focus is placed on gratitude, and there are gratitude challenges where people tend to post things every day for 7 days, 20 days, 30 days, whatever they are. There's these gratitude challenges. Well, I've never been able to stick with it for an entire month. So I decided that I would try doing a 30-day gratitude challenge, but I'm going to do it on a rock. So I made these 30 spots, which were right in the middle of one of those challenging, how do we make this even out and count correctly? But I decided to make the 30 spots, and every day I'm going to add something that I'm grateful for. So for the entire month of November, and you guys are going to help me stay accountable with this. And if you really want to have fun with me, I'm challenging you to join me. So if you want to make a rock like this that has 30 spots, if you want to do a rock a day, if you want to write it on a post-it a day, or put it in a notebook once a day, I'm challenging you to join me. And if you want to take a picture of whatever you create, whether it's a post-it or a rock or whatever, a craft, take a picture of it and you can send it to me at the email on the screen, or you can tag me in it on Facebook or Instagram, share it on the Facebook page, or tag me on Instagram. And I would love to make like a compilation video at the end of the month that shows all of the things that we're all grateful for. I think it'd be really cool, and I think it might be neat to see if there's some themes that emerge from it. I'll be posting mine every day in the community tab here on YouTube and also on the Facebook and Instagram pages. But you know what? If it's too much to attack, you don't have to do every day. Do it one of the days or 5 of the days, whenever the spirit moves you. Or you can also share something in the comments in any of those 3 places that you're grateful for that day. That keeps it easy. I was doing pretty good coming out of COVID. When I came back to the office and was working in person, I had a little gratitude notebook, and a lot of things tell you to write down 3 things that you're grateful for. And some days that felt just too much. So I was writing 1 thing, and that kind of made it nice and bite-sized and easy to do, and I was able to be pretty consistent with it. So I'm hoping that this experiment will be the same way. I can get through the full 30 days and then I'll have something to be proud of at the end of it, and I don't know if I'll keep it or if I'll hide it out in the community. I'll decide end of the month. The other thing I've learned about gratitude over the years and trying to do this is that it doesn't always have to be a big existential thing to be grateful for. Those are good too, having family and health and wealth and all of those things, but sometimes being grateful for very simple things like your coffee or sleeping in the morning or the weekend or a sunset or any kind of number of simple things. It might be that your email inbox is cleaned out. all kinds of things like that. But being able to recognize the small little everyday things, I think, is another tool that makes this a lot easier, because we might not have 30 existential, huge, humongous philosophical things we can think of that we're grateful for. But I think we should also focus on appreciating the small things, like an empty email box, or, coffee, or cuddles with your kids, or being able to sleep in. Holy cow, I could be grateful for that if it would ever happen. But to be fair, the flip side of not getting to sleep in is that I'm also grateful that my littlest, Sammy, still wants to spend time with me early in the morning, because that is going to change eventually, and he's not going to want to have Saturday morning cuddles and be read to and all of those things. So there's a flip side to not being able to sleep in. So you can see I've got the rock all colored, and I'm adding some black outlines to all of my little colored spots. And then I'm going to take a pastel paint pen and add the word grateful into my semicircle, because everything that's going to sunburst out from this is what I'm grateful for. And my day one for today, November 1st, is my family. So kind of one of those big existential things, but I am very grateful for my family. I can't wait to see what you come up with and decide to share if you're comfortable. Thank you so much for stopping by to watch, and I'll see you tomorrow with day 2. Take care.